Imagine you are on a highway. As you are on this highway, there is a required minimum speed. This is the speed you need to drive on this highway. Now, life throws problems at you. These are just tasks you have to solve, basically. Riddles, you could also say, quests, challenges. Now, as these come, they come at a given rate. So now, if you drive on this road, which is life, but you don't collect all the tasks that are on the road, think of it as a video game maybe, then if you don't even have the required minimum speed, then you cannot collect these items. So therefore what actually happens is that you have to eventually drive off of this road. But everybody else is obviously still driving at the same speed, at the minimum required speed at least. Some people might drive even way faster. Some people might want to change to a different highway entirely maybe, to one that drives like twice as fast. But as soon as you drive off of this highway, you stand completely still. It's not only that you stand still, but it's also that you are not driving. And ideally, over your lifetime, you would not only be driving constantly, but your second derivative of this function, of the driving function, would also be positive, which means your driving speed would also increase. So as the tasks come at a given rate, which is the driving speed, you would increase your rate at which you could process tasks. Now, life has a few basic requirements. And now, if, for example, you receive, every single day you receive just one task, let's say, then you need to solve this one task in this single day. Now, what happens if you don't? Then on the next day, you still have the next task. So now, in order to still be able to solve both of these tasks, what you now need to do is you need to increase your efficiency by 100%, which is ridiculous because almost nobody is probably able to do this unless you have one of these dark secret hidden tricks from the internet. So basically, it's almost impossible to do. So the main problem is once you get off this road, even for a single day, and you don't solve these tasks, then you're basically not only standing still, literally, but you're also standing still because you're not increasing the speed at which you are able to process these tasks. Let's say at every single day, you would be able to process maybe 10% more tasks. Then on the first day, you would have one task. On the next day, you would already have 1.1 tasks you could solve. On the next day, so basically what I'm saying with this is, so 1.1, then we multiply 1.1 by 10%, or we rather add 10%. And even if you just increase it by 10%, you could already solve a fifth of a task on the second day. Of course, 10% is quite high, but what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that as your ability to process tasks increases, you're basically having more time. These tasks don't have to be additionally fulfilled, but these could also just be time. So therefore, you get time by increasing your efficiency. You get free time, basically. So the problem is, as soon as you get off this road, as soon as you are not able to even solve one task a day, then everything becomes harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. And maybe the one task in a given day, which is the minimum required speed for maybe being alive, earning a living, trying to still be alive, trying to still do the necessary things that then result in you having access to food, having access to healthcare, and so on and so forth. Maybe there are also other people that depend on you. As soon as you are not able to solve this one metaphorical task, you need to solve more and more and more. And therefore, think of it again as the road. If you have to drive a certain mileage or a certain amount of kilometers on this road in a given day, and there is this one hurdle in front of you you have to solve in order to basically continue driving. And then on the next day, there is again one of these hurdles, which are these tasks. Then, if you don't solve these tasks, then if you then try to drive onto this road again, onto this highway again, usually from the right side, then what happens is that it becomes harder and harder and harder to drive on this road.